Hi guys, and happy Sunday. Today is Sunday, June 4th, and I want to start off. We're going to finish up showing a card using the Darling Details set, but I don't always explain things clearly in my comments. So someone asked me, Marguerite asked me about the way these are printed in the case. So here is the insert that comes out. And what I've done is I have run this through my scanner on my printer. And once I have scanned it, I do a flip. So then that will put everything at the top, at the bottom, but it'll make everything so you can read it. Because when I store them in here, they are backwards. You can see the words are backwards. So if you lay them flat side down, this is the flat part, it's not the stamping part. So if you lay them down, they match up correctly, backwards. If you want it to be frontwards, do a scan, flip it, then you'll cut this out. Let me grab some scissors real quick. Then you can cut this out. And the thing is, you can cut this out, put it in here. I realize everything's going to be upside down. Maybe I'll go like this. So some of my words will now be upside down. So I can put it in like this, and now my words are right side up. You can still store this upside down. It just won't match with it. If you want it to match, you would go your stamping side down onto the case. Now you're not going to have much stick surface, just so you know. But that is something you can do, because yes, these do come through printed upside down, or I'm sorry, reversed, like that. So you always can scan that insert, flip it, and now they are right side up, and you can go ahead and still put your stamp over that, knowing that it's going to be upside down on here, or reversed. See how all of this will be reversed now? It won't match up perfectly. So you can do it either way. Especially with an all word saying, I will flip it on my scanner and print it and use that as my insert. It's just a personal preference, but that's how you can do it so that the words are right side up. I guess a lot of times I don't, just because I can flip it over and see where it is. Now realize you can't just photocopy this, because if you can see right here, images are at 90%. So I have tried to enlarge this to 100%, but then you can see you have edges. So it's really a personal choice how you want it done in your stamp. Hope that makes sense now, Marguerite. I always have it flat side down, and I do have it matched up so it's reversed, but you can always scan it, flip it, and do it the right side. And then when you go to put it on, you just won't, it won't match up perfectly, because now it's flipped over. All right, I hope that makes sense. All right, so let's get on to making a card with this set. Let me bring over my Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine. And I am going to mimic the card from the annual catalog, but I'm using different colors. So remember, the stamp set is on page 68 of the annual catalog. Oops, sorry. I have my tablet in the way there. All these images are copyright Stampin' Up, of course, inside the catalog. So I am going to mimic this card, but I'm going to use the new in colors. Okay? So let's go ahead and let's get out my Moody Mauve, Boho Blue. Oh my gosh, I just lost it. What is this? Copper Clay. Oh my gosh, I know it's copper. Right, Copper Clay, Wild Wheat, Pebble Path. So what we're going to do is we're just going to go ahead, get my platform ready, get that fun die. Or cut across the bottom. Now what you can do is you can cut these all off at a certain width, because you can see here that this actually is almost 3/4 of an inch at its deepest point. So you can do 3/4 of an inch strip. I'm going to do an inch strip on each of these. So I guess I should have done that before I did this. So let me do, these are my 4x12 strips, or pieces that I always have. So let's cut 1-inch strips. And since these are 4 inches, these are already going to be the length of our, or the width of our card. Let's see if I can cut 2 at once. I usually don't cut 2 at once of the cardstock, unless I have a very brand new blade, but we'll see. That worked. Okay. Let me put this over here for now. All right, so now we're going to go ahead and run this through. And what's nice about this is long enough. Oh, but the die's not long enough. Okay, never mind. So that's not going to work. So anyway, let's go ahead and, if you remember, this is the cut edge, and this won't cut. So let's go ahead and let's put that so it'll be even. Let's put it all. And I'm going in and in. See how that will go into those two there? Should have cut some of these ahead of time. So there's one. I have a lot of scritchies on there, don't I? Now I'm bending my cardstock. All right, let's do the wild wheat. Same way, right up to the edge. But let's go in. So it's at that, in those corners and the divots. What's a divot? All right, so there's that one. And yes, I probably should have cut these off ahead of time, so you're not watching me. Sorry, but you have to watch me cut paper on the edge and those little divots. All right, 2 more. This is kind of like watching paint dry. All right. And the last one. Get some of those divots off to the side here. Do that just to get a few more of those little scritchies. I guess they're not divots. Scritchies off. And here's the last one. Perfect. Let's get that right up to the edge. Get that little indent. Now it's called an indent. So I think I've called it 3 different things now, haven't I? All right. All right. Let's get this off the side. But first I want to scrape all those little scritchies into my bin that's right here below my stamping surface. There we go. over there. Put my die back in the box. All right, so here's my leftover pieces from yesterday. I don't know if we'll use any of those. All right, let's get some of this off. All right, so here's my pieces. I have also taken a piece of, this is Highland Heather, and this is a layer. So this is 4 by 5 1/4. And this is just a basic white base. So what I'm going to do is, first I'm going to make sure all those little, just kind of curl it a little bit to make sure all those little pieces came out. I have to get out my, take your pip brush. Usually if you curl it one way and then back the other, they mostly fall out. Sometimes there's a few stubborn ones. All right. All right. I'm going to get this out. Let's see. That one looks all clean. All right. Now I think we got the rest of them off. Okay. Let's get to work. So you're going to start at the bottom. You're going to figure out the color mode that you want. So I think I'm going to do this. Now, this is just the green glue in a precision bottle. And all I'm going to do is put that right at the top there. I'm going to line the curves up to the bottom and push it down. Then I'm going to take the next one and I'm going to kind of cover up that line. I didn't get all of those out before I glued it down. We'll still be able to get those out because you're not putting glue over the whole thing. All right. Now let's do this one. Again, barely covering up that straight line. I feel like I'm a little crooked. It's right on the card, but it looks like it's crooked. Maybe it's just me. And if you want to, when you ran this through the Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine, you could have alternated it. So these wouldn't be all straight on. Okay, let's just hold that for a second. All right, let me go ahead and I'm going to do a greeting on there. Now this is the Very Vanilla and this is the basic white. But do you see how sometimes I like that contrasting look between the two? If not, you can always grab a layer and cut down. So here's the basic white. I'm going to cut that at 2 inches by 4 inches. And then I'm going to, let's see, we'll do this at 2 1/4 by 4 inches. Oh no, did my camera go out? Am I back on? Okay. Sorry, my camera went, my computer screen went blank. So there we have a little place for a focal word or focal point. I think what I'm going to do here is I'm going to put this and some of these. I'm going to go ahead and glue it down. Let me tape this down first. Got my stamp and seal. I probably should have stamped my words first. We'll risk it. We'll risk it. Maybe I'll pop this up. See if one will do. Put. And I do this every time. This is what this is. Oh my goodness. Come on. Pull down glue. You're not putting a lot of glue on there, so you kind of have to be quick with it. All right. This is what you're supposed to do. This is how you keep the glue from being on your fingers. Down there. There we go. And then let's stamp a saying on there. I'm going to do the happy birthday one. Until if I had any blocks out or not. You know, I have my memento over here on my side table. What a mess. Such a mess. All right. There's that. And no card would be complete without a little bit of bling. So let's see. I'm gonna grab my other, take your pick tool. All right. Let's go ahead. Oh. I must have left. Oh no, there's not sticky on there. Oh, the sticky stayed on there. All right, let me grab my. Should have known that once it goes off this, whatever that adhesive is so strong, whatever it first touches, it's going to stick to. Put that back up in here. Get some of this cleaned out here. All right. Oh, why did I do that? I needed my tape and seal still. Should have done that too before I put my adhesives, or my accents, my embellishments on. All right. And now let's go ahead. Yeah. You should always save your embellishments for last. I have a little dot there, so I'm going to turn it over. not going to use those. So there you are. There's the one we just made using that die and the stamp sets. You have room inside to write or do more in there. Did a couple others here. So this is using that bigger frame. Now that bigger frame fit on a 3 3/4 by 5. So let me grab out. Let me see if I have my little ruler here. So you can see you'll cut a little off. You could do it at 4 7/8, but it's going to be right up to the edge. So I just took, since I have the existing layers, they're 3 3/4 by 5, I went ahead and I cut it out with the, oh, a little scritchy. I cut it out and then trimmed down. This is the other small frame. And this frame was 2 3/4 by 4. So you can see that's 4. That's 2 3/4. So that's the square you would cut out to actually run it through the die cutting machine. And what I did here, just so you can see, let me grab my stamp case. The hello is from here. So I just inked the hello part, and here's the friend. So that's how I did the hello friend on that one. So there's that one, using those flat backed adhesive pearls. Again, this is the Lemon Lolly and the Parakeet, no, not Parakeet Party, Granny Apple Green. Again, using the flat backed adhesive pearls. And the one we did today. All right, guys. Thanks for sticking with me during this video. Have a great Sunday. Give me a thumbs up. Share me with your friends. Drop me a comment. As always, have a safe weekend and a safe upcoming week. Hope to see you on Wednesday for Watch It Wednesday. Talk to you later. Bye.